Okay, so today we're going to be doing Act 2 of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Very excited to find out what happens next. Act 2, Scene 1. Dream, Privet Drive, cupboard under the stairs. Aunt Petunia. Harry, these pots aren't clean. These pots are a disgrace. Harry Potter, wake up. Young Harry wakes to see Aunt Petunia bearing down on him. Young Harry. Aunt Petunia, what time is it? Aunt Petunia. Time enough. You know, when we agreed to take you in, we hoped we could improve you, build you, make you a decent human being. So I suppose it's only ourselves we've got to blame that you've turned out such a limp disappointment. Young Harry. I try. Aunt Petunia. Trying is not succeeding, though, is it? There are grease smears on the glasses. There are scuff marks on the pots. Now get up and go to the kitchen and get scrubbing. He gets out of bed. There's a wet smear down the back of his trousers. Oh no, what have you done? You've wet the bed again. She pulls back the covers. This is very unacceptable. Young Harry. I'm sorry. I think I was having a nightmare. Aunt Petunia. You disgusting boy. Only animals wet themselves. Animals and disgusting little boys. Young Harry. It was about my mom and dad. I think I saw them die? Aunt Petunia. And why would I have the slightest bit of interest in that? Young Harry. There was a man shouting ad cava, ad something, a cabra, and the noise of a snake hissing. I could hear my mom scream. Aunt Petunia takes a moment to reset herself. Aunt Petunia. If you were really reliving their death, all you'd hear would be a screech of brakes and a horrific thud. Your parents died in a car accident. You know that. I don't think your mother had even time to scream. Lord spare you the details more than that. Now strip those sheets, get in the kitchen, and get scrubbing. I don't want to have to tell you again. She exits with a bang, and young Harry is left holding the sheets. And the stage contorts and trees rise as the dream twists into something else entirely. Suddenly, Albus appears and stands looking at young Harry. And then, right from the back of the room, Parseltongue whispers around everyone. He's coming. Words said in an unmistakable voice, the voice of Voldemort. Harry Potter. Act 2, Scene 2. Harry and Ginny Potter's house, staircase. Harry wakes in the darkness, breathing deeply, his exhaustion palpable, his fear overwhelming. Harry. Loomis. Ginny enters, surprised by the light. Ginny. Okay? Harry. I was sleeping. Ginny. You were? Harry. You weren't. Any news? Any owls or... Ginny. None. Harry. I was dreaming. I was under the stairs and then I heard him. Voldemort. So clearly. Ginny. Voldemort? Harry. And then I saw Albus. In red. He was wearing Durmstrang robes. Ginny. Durmstrang robes? Harry thinks. Harry. Ginny. I think I know where he is. I have no idea what's going on, by the way, so I'm curious and I'm excited. Act 2, Scene 3. Hogwarts, Headmistress's office. Harry and Ginny stand in Professor McGonagall's office. Professor McGonagall. And we don't know where in the Forbidden Forest? Harry. I haven't had a dream like it for years, but Albus was there. I know he was. Ginny. We need to get searching as quickly as possible. Professor McGonagall. I can give you Professor Longbottom. His knowledge of plants might be useful, and... Suddenly there is a rumble in the chimney. Professor McGonagall looks at it concerned, then Hermione tumbles out. Hermione. Is it true? Can I help? Professor McGonagall. Minister, this is quite unexpected. Ginny. That may be my fault. I persuaded them to put out an emergency edition of the Daily Prophet, asking for volunteers. Professor McGonagall. Right, very sensible. I expect there'll be quite a few. Ron bursts in, covered in soot, wearing a gravy-stained dinner napkin. Ron. Have I missed anything? I couldn't work out which flue to travel to. Ended up in the kitchen somehow. Hermione glares. Sorry, I love Ron. Hermione glares as he pulls the napkin off himself. What? Suddenly there is another rumble in the chimney, and Draco comes down hard, surrounded by cascading soot and dust. Everyone looks at him, surprised. He stands and brushes the soot off himself. Draco. Ooh. Draco. Sorry about your floor, Minerva. Sorry, it's weird to have him call her by her first name when, I guess they're all adults now, but, she was his teacher and... Okay, anyway. Draco. Sorry about your floor, Minerva. Professor McGonagall. I dare say it's my fault for owning a chimney. Harry. Quite a surprise to see you, Draco. I thought you didn't believe in my dreams. Draco. I don't, but I do trust your luck. Harry Potter is always where the action is at, and I need my son back with me and safe. Ginny. Then let's get to the Forbidden Forest and find them both. So I don't know what happened. Obviously Act 1 ended with them in Hermione's office finding the time turner, but we haven't seen them use it, so we don't know if they... if they did use it, how would they be in the Forbidden Forest? Even if they were in the Forbidden Forest, it would be, years ago or something. But if they used it and they're done with it, what time would they return to? It's very confusing. So let's keep reading. Act 2, Scene 4, Edge of the Forbidden Forest. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Albus and Delphi face each other, holding wands. Albus, Expelliarmus! Delphi's wand flies through the air. Delphi, you're getting it now. You're good at this. She takes her wand back from him. In a posh voice, you're a positively disarming young man. Albus, Expelliarmus! Her wand flies back again. And we have a winner. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say. Delphi, and we have a winner. The two high-five. Albus, I've never been good at spells. Scorpius appears at the back of the stage. He looks at his friend First of all, Delphi's way too old for him. She's in her mid-20s and he's 14. So, I don't know. I've said several times that I don't like her, which probably isn't very fair to her. That's not the only reason. I like this sentence though. Sorry. Scorpius appears at the back of the stage. He looks at his friend talking to a girl, and part of him likes it and part of him doesn't. Delphi, I was rubbish, and then something clicked. And it will for you too. Not that I'm a super witch or anything, but I think you're becoming quite some wizard, Albus Potter. Albus, then you should stick around, teach me more. Delphi, of course I'm sticking around. We're friends, aren't we? Albus, yes, definitely friends, definitely. Delphi, great, Wizzo. Scorpius, what's Wizzo? Scorpius steps forward decisively. Albus, cracked the spell. It's pretty basic, but I cracked it. Scorpius, overenthusiastic, trying to join in. And I found our way through to the school. Listen, are we sure this will work? Delphi, yes. Albus, it's a brilliant plan. The secret to not getting Cedric killed is to stop him winning the Triwizard Tournament. What's the matter? Sorry, being a parent is hard. Albus, it's a brilliant plan. The secret to not getting Cedric killed is to stop him winning the Triwizard Tournament. If he doesn't win, he can't be killed. Scorpius, and I understand that, but... Albus, so we just need to mess up his chances supremely badly in task 1. The first task is getting a golden egg from a dragon. How did Cedric distract the dragon? Delphi puts her hand in the air. Albus grins and points at her. These two are getting on really well now. I told you I didn't like her. Diggory. Delphi, by transfiguring a stone into a dog. Albus, well, a little Expelliarmus and he won't be able to do that. I see a flaw in their plan. Maybe he won't be killed by Voldemort, but what if he ends up being killed by the dragon because he doesn't have a wand? Anyway, maybe they'll figure that out, or maybe their plan won't work for any number of reasons. I'm sorry, my brain is just like going nuts. trying to reconcile what I'm reading with what I want to happen, but not trying to get my hopes up too much, because when I get my hopes up for things, they get crushed. I started this knowing I would probably get to the end of the book and my heart would be broken, but that's not going to make it any less painful when it happens. And so when I read things like this, it just makes it worse, because the higher my hopes get, the more excited I get, the more disappointed I'm going to be when nothing happens, like I knew all along it wouldn't. Scorpius isn't enjoying the Delphi Albus double act. Scorpius. Okay, 2 points. First point, Scorpius read my mind. Scorpius. Okay, 2 points. First point, we're certain the dragon won't kill him. Delphi. It's always 2 points with him, isn't it? Of course it won't. This is Hogwarts. They won't let damage happen to any of the champions. Scorpius. Okay, second point, more significant point. We're going back without any knowledge of whether we can travel back afterwards, which is exciting. Maybe we should just try going back an hour, say first, and then... Delphi. I'm sorry, Scorpius, we've no time to waste. What do you mean they have no time to waste? They literally have a time turner. They can... Okay. Oh, well, this makes sense. Waiting here this close to the school is just too dangerous. I'm sure they'll be looking for you and... Albus. She's right. Delphi. Now, you're going to need to wear these. She pulls out 2 large paper bags. The boys pull robes from them. Albus. But these are Durmstrang robes. Ah, everything's coming together. Delphi. My uncle's idea. If you're in Hogwarts robes, people expect to know who you are. But there are 2 other schools competing at the Triwizard Tournament, and if you're in Durmstrang robes, well, you can fade into the background, can't you? Albus. Good thinking. Hang on, where are your robes? Delphi. Albus, I'm flattered, but I don't think I can pretend to be a student, do you? I'll just keep in the background and pretend to be a... Ooh, maybe I can pretend to be a dragon tamer. You're doing all the spell stuff anyway. Scorpius looks at her and then at Albus. Scorpius. You shouldn't come. Delphi. What? Scorpius. You're right, we don't need you for the spell. And if you can't wear student robes, you're too big a risk. Sorry, Delphi, you shouldn't come. Delphi. But I have to. He's my cousin. Albus? Albus. I think he's right. I'm sorry. Delphi. What? Albus. We won't mess up. Delphi. But without me, you won't be able to work the time turner. Scorpius. You taught us how to use the time turner. Delphi is really upset. Delphi. No, I won't let you do this. Albus. You told your uncle to trust us. Now it's your turn. The school is close now. We should leave you here. Delphi looks at them both and takes a deep breath. She nods to herself and smiles. Delphi. Then go. But just know this. Today you get an opportunity few are given. Today you get to change history, to change time itself. But more than that, today you get the chance to give an old man his son back. She smiles. She looks at Albus. She leans down and gently kisses him on both cheeks. She walks away into the woodland. Albus stares after her. Scorpius. She didn't kiss me, did you notice? He looks at his friend. Are you okay, Albus? You look a little pale and red. Pale and red at the same time. Albus. Let's do this.